Got an electrical issue for you today. As you can see, I have been deep in this bike trying to sort out this electrical issue, which as it turns out was actually fairly simple. So I had the bike running, warming it up for an oil change, and I looked over and I happened to notice the headlight just went out, just dead. Bike's still running fine, but the headlight went out. High beam, low beam didn't work, the indicators didn't work, the horn didn't work, the tail light, brake light, none of that worked, none of the lights worked, but the engine was running fine. Restarted it, started up fine, but the lights didn't come on. So I did the obvious things. There's 4 fuses beneath the ECU, checked those, they were all fine. So that's when I sort of delved a bit deeper. So I started with pulling the headlight off, seeing if there was loose connections because there's a bit of custom wiring going on under there. Checked all that out, there was nothing obvious. So then I did what most people do, you jump on the internet and you look for similar problems. Headlight not working. And a lot of the things that I found tended to point towards wiring loom issues. Now a reasonably common spot for loom issues is right there at the head stem where that cable gets rocked backwards and forwards and is continually undergoing movement, and a lot of people find that the wires break inside here. So that's my first thing. I was pulling this apart, checking for broken wires. There was nothing. When I had a bit of a think about what the symptoms were, when you start the bike, there's a couple of seconds delay before the headlight comes on. When you shut the bike off, there's a couple of seconds delay before the headlight turns off. Well, it's kind of like that system had failed. And what that system is controlled down here by these little relays. 17 to 20 models, these relays are all in the airbox. One is for the lighting, one is for the ECU, and one is for the fan. You can see here what the problem was. Water had just got in there and rusted out one of those terminals. Now, is that a problem with the design on these bikes? Well, I reckon it is. Why would you put critical electronic components in a spot where they can get splashed and water in them? Like, you shouldn't get water in an airbox, but it happens, and it obviously happened. So all I did to resolve this issue was I had to pull this whole plug apart. All the spade fittings in here were all fine, and I could clean all those up and reuse all that. And then I bought another relay. This particular relay, they're pretty standard automotive relay, micro relay or something, 4-pin relay. It's like a 30 amp one. The KTM is going to charge you about $25 or $30 for this little jigger. I bought this at J-Car and it was about $10. It doesn't fit properly inside this little clip thing anymore, but a cable tie will suffice. You can quite easily test them and see if the relay itself is working. I will link here to a video from Slavens who show you exactly how to test it, but in my case it was pretty obvious that the relay was kaput. So that's it, pretty simple one. So if that's kind of the symptoms that you're getting where all the lights go out, have a look at the relays. Well, I'm going to get on with putting this thing back together. I obviously didn't need to go as deep as I did, but I can redo some of the wiring while I'm in here. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.